This is Greenleaf Studio and Gallery, Santa Clara Pueblo, New Mexico. Have rugs, drawings, mostly pottery. This is a working studio, so here you can come and see artists working, like my grandma.
There was a guy that came, I don't remember what his name is, dude, that's so long ago, I forgot. But anyway, there was a guy from somewhere that came, Texas or Oklahoma or somewhere, and has a map.
Gee.
Where there was gold buried.
Around here.
Gold nuggets, they said, was buried around here. So he got these guys to go help him dig it. And when they found it, they were digging, and it was in the hot day, hot sun. So then when they found it, I guess by that time it was so hot that the guy that was paying them got sick.
Like sunstroke.
So they took him to the doctor, and then when he got out, he came back to claim the gold that they dug up, that they did find it. They went by a map. And they did find it, but when he went into the hospital, then he don't know what they did. The guys did with it.
These guys, Bunny and his brother, tipped off with it.
And those guys just said, and here, the man was giving them liquor too.
Yeah.
So.
So they don't even know what they did with it.
No.
Gee.
That's what they claim.
No,
they probably didn't, because they would have found it if they had known,
So it might even still just be there. Maybe they just buried it back.
Yeah, maybe they buried it back.
I remember when I was little, you told me that story about when Uncle Lee found all those puppies up here on the top, remember? And then I remember me and Jordan found that well.
Oh yeah.
There's an old well, it's up there. It's probably like a quarter mile from here.
Yeah.
But it's so old. It's like the top part of it is sticking like this far, and it's a wall, like a circle. So that's what I guess it is a well,
Well,
but it's all filled in. It's so full of dirt.
It probably is now, but it wasn't then. When your dad and Uncle Kip were just, I think they were in grade school, somewhere in day school, elementary. Then they dug a hole right there. And they dug that hole, and then because there was water coming down. Water would go in the culvert and go down here and down into the creek.
Yeah, because I remember when Grandpa used to have the ditch was open, we'd water the field right here.
Yeah.
Me and Dad had chilies growing.
Yeah. And they had, that was the well that they didn't cover, it was still working.
That well up there.
And that was bubbling from an old pipe, I guess.
A spring or something.
And people thought it was a spring. Yeah. Even the kid would come over here and get water from that and take it to their kiva to have ceremonials.
Huh.
And I will keep you guys inside,
Well, where would the water be coming from?
From that old well.
Up there on
It'd be nice if it comes out good. But you never know.
do them lengthwise, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it like that too.
Yeah, it wouldn't look good the other way.
No.
The stoneworks wouldn't look good, you know. I have to do the edges first because they're bound to dry quicker than the middle part. Pretty wet, so I just have to.
Just take your time. Yeah, that's when it's real easy to, if you let that stone stop and then it takes a chunk.
Mm-hmm. Can't put weight on the stone.
Yeah, not till later.
That's right, not a concentration you get.
And then out here is where we do our firing. There. And this is the firing shed where we fire our pottery outside. This is where we fire our pottery on this slab right here. My grandpa made this about 18 years ago or so. There's another door here. Here's some of the baskets that we use to fire pottery in. Before we used to use old milk crates such as these. As you can see, some of them are pretty dilapidated and worn, like this one. See how the heat messes the metal up, so eventually we can't use them. And we had these baskets fabricated by my uncle. He made these from scratch out of looks like 1/4 inch steel bar there. And here's a bigger one that he made also. And then there's an extension right here which fits on both the bigger one and the smaller one for large pots. And this is a really short one, short basket that we use for smaller pieces, as you can see. And we have pre-cut slabs for that. We were going to fire a piece that broke before we got to fire it, so it was all set up ready to go, and then we never used it. This is cedar. This is what we use to get the fire going, and we use cedar because it's really hot burning. This is manure, horse manure. As you can see, it's way finer than most other manures. That's why we use horse manure. Here's some more burnt slabs that we've used. And anyway, what we do is we get one of those baskets, we place it here in the middle, and then we use the cedar, and we start a fire underneath, and it gets hot, and then we place the slabs on the outsides, and those start on fire, and eventually it's a flaming box, which heats the pottery up to where the temper agent, which is the volcanic sand in the pottery, actually fuses together and turns to glass within the clay building. And in here we have some raw clay. That's raw clay that we dig up and we smash it up with a hammer And this is volcanic sand, also found in the hills. We mix the volcanic sand with the clay, and the sand is actually what turns to glass and melts together in the firing process. And yeah, here's some more volcanic ash. And we use welding gloves to handle the hot crates and the slabs.